Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of uh I want to welcome you all back with well yet. You know, you'd think after 3 seasons of this I would finally get these openers great and good. But clearly doesn't work that way. But in case we are on episode 3, we had a bit of a missed episode for episode 2 for Grand Terra campaign. Um, we'll be giving you guys a recap here in just a moment for what all happened then. It wasn't big a deal, but there was a few funny bits that we do want to share. Um, and yeah. So let's go ahead and rejoin. And
Yes.
we're live, guys.
I've been hit by those. That fucking hurts.
Yes.
I had a fat fucking bruise on the back of my on my lower back when I got hit by one of those. That fucking hurt. Sorry, what?
You telling stories about the missus chucking marital aids at you again?
No. We're talking about
I
8-year-old rubber
Better not to
buckshot.
explain.
We were discussing how we've got an impetus to be not completely shit-faced at the wedding now because range day is the day after the wedding. So.
Hey, thank you so much for a sub there, Hado.
hey Hado. But no, the
You know the weirdest thing is I'm watching the stream across the room.
we gotta fluff up Gator's view count somehow.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not the one watching the stream.
For monetary reasons, that's a joke.
For monetary reasons. No, I'm not the one watching the stream. My dad's watching the stream. He's watching it on his tablet.
Hey, nice.
No.
Oh, it's talking about you. Don't worry.
All right. So, that being said, I want to ask some of our players who were here last session if they would be so kind as to give a summation of what all happened last session while Dapper was unfortunately away, and refresh the audience's minds on what exactly was going on.
Yeah, it's been a while since the last time we were live.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we found our way to an abandoned village. It's falling apart, rusty. We had a party member fall through the floor.
Wait.
We had a few party members fall
You-
through
you-
the floor.
Guys, you guys had a lot more happen
yeah.
before that.
Yeah, that's true.
The last
we
we
ended up-
read it just after we got off the train.
Yeah, just after the what was it? You managed to more or less kill your way through the desert bandits on the train, and while the train was exploding, you disembarked your carriage with any guards that you could find. Rescue.
Yeah. Ended up crawling through the desert for a few days, heading our way towards near civilization.
Yeah, you.
We ended up getting ambushed by this horrific beast. I think it was an Allosaurus.
Yeah, you guys got ran afoul of an Allosaurus' hunting grounds.
Yeah. Ran afoul of an Allosaurus' hunting grounds, and we ended up triumphantly, well, me killing it. Thank God for Catapult.
Y'all spent a good amount of time next to that salt pond.
Just because you get the last hit doesn't mean you get solo XP.
I know.
But y'all did
Spent some time near the salt pond.
tanning.
We harvesting the Allosaurus's hide, teeth, We even took a few bones, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you were able to get
We
a
took
couple
meat
of
and
bones.
preserved it.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully it
actually,
tastes like gator,
we
because
took we
gator's
took the
tasty.
teeth. We took the teeth, not the bones.
Yeah, you
Teeth
weren't
are
able.
bones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you didn't spend enough time on trying to grind through all of that flesh to pull out bones.
And hell, actually made it enjoyably edible.
Yeah, actually, fantastically so, to the point where you like inspired the rest of the survivors of the train wreck.
And made basically free inspiration rations.
Inspiration rations.
Hey, look, a
Is that-
good meal can put a fire in you.
No, it was just
Inspiration,
inspiration.
if you will.
Inspiration rations just reminds me of like getting paid in exposure.
Damn! Ouch! Oh, I don't want to think about it. Okay, so you guys managed to you strip the carcass for what you could in the time that you had, and followed along the train tracks, trying to basically avoid any other bandits that might have still been in the area. Because you'll remember the last time you met those bandits, you found they were apparently looking for that special gizmo doodad thing that that Waymark has been carrying around with him. Thing he needs to deliver to the excavation site up north.
Yep. It's currently strapped to the back of my Iron Defender.
So, from there, you guys ended up strolling down, and you caught sight at the other end of the canyon a small town, or at least best you could tell was a town, and it turns out it was a ghost town. A lot of really, really dry, rotted, desiccated, old style Dragoi construction. Seemed to be like a boom town or something like that was constructed alongside the railways there. And that's
All right.
where you up from in story when you start talking about it. There you go.
All right. So inside of the town, is there any like old pots and pans laying about, like just scrap metal?
I mean, you guys went through salvaging from building to building, before.
Yeah.
So
What did we end up finding? I don't think we actually got a comprehensive list.
you guys did for the ones that were searching.
Okay. But
I think
if I
you
remember
might
right,
have,
there was stuff like plates and stuff and silverware.
no, you found some stuff in the big mansion at the head of town, boss man's house.
The boss man's house, that's right.
Uh-huh. And from there, if I remember correctly, you all ended up as the night was setting in pretty hard. You decided to take refuge after seeing both storm clouds coming along and realizing that the big man's house, which was originally staked out to be able to stay in, was a death trap.
Yeah.
I think all of you managed to fall through the second floor.
No, two of us.
Not me.
Avian and I.
Alder and I fell through the floor.
Starman, he went up and he said, "Nope."
Yeah, fucked right off.
And this is me knowing that the floor was absolutely fragile, that it would collapse if I didn't be careful. But
It still fucking did it. Yeah.
So Did anyone check upstairs if there is an upstairs left to this place?
We did.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
floor
that's
is so-
yeah. It's so dry rotted that they fell through the floor.
Oh, right. Onto the ground floor. Okay, right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
fell back to the ground floor. So they decided to abandon that place, and there was a monastery at the end of one of the roads in town that everyone made their way over to, and decided to post up in for the night because it seems to be.
I found a book.
Yeah, you did. You found a very kind of grungy, moldering tome perched upon a lectern hallway.
Look, a book is a great find, but I'm going to argue that I found the greatest find of them all in this town. That being a jar of antique pickles.
Yeah.
Do we know the denomination of the church that we're in?
At current,
It's possibly ardent from what the book was told to me.
Can I use a
probably.
wisdom or a religion? It's a religion check,
that
isn't it?
would be
Obviously.
a religion check for you. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
throw this out there. Fuck it. 20.
Oh shit! man.
20.
Oh.
You are aware that this is a very, very old, very, very old church. It is, contrary to the fact that you found a book that is written in the Ardent tongue, you have you realize that this was actually a Dragoi temple. This was not one of the Ardent's faith.
Right. Sorry, I'm
And so the
going
book
to be a little bit slow getting back into this. The Ardent were
The Ardent were they were kind of a slave people to Dragoi in ancient.
right.
They're the other sect of the sand nomads that you have out in this region. You have the Ardent.
That's
which,
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. I remember that now.
Okay.
Yeah. So the book is an old fucked up book that's been ignored, right?
Yeah, but it's oddly damp, and what's more is from what little you can, it's something's off about it. It sounds like traditional holy scriptures and stuff that you would normally find in one establishment, but yeah, the dialect is really, really difficult for you to be able to read. Like, if only for the benefit of your upbringing within the Dragonese temple, are you able to sort this, because this is written in very old dialects of the.
Interesting. So there's no water inside the building.
There is a font.
Okay.
Yeah, there actually was water. There is a font in the meditation garden center of the building. It seems to be that when you first went to go test it, that the water was crisp, it was clean, was actually drinkable. It did not smell stagnant or stale. And what's more, the every time you took a scoop of water out of the font, it refilled itself.
So is that like a spring, or is it
As far
magical?
as you can tell, it's some sort of either magical device or something that you can't really tell, because as it has no holes for an inlet for the water to bubble up through, and you are not a trained geologist to know if like this rock happens extra porous and it's just water from it. The stone itself does feel cold to your touch when you place your hand.
And what about the lectern? Does that feel cold as well?
The lectern, from the main hall, it does not feel cold. It feels fairly warm.
Is it wood or stone?
It's wood. it's old
Okay.
wood, but it's like this entire monastery here is in remarkable. The gardens are kind of overgrown, but you imagine that it would have to be significantly less overgrown than it would if it was really just laid up as long as everything else was in this region.
I do have something else I could ask, but I'll let someone else go.
The garden, I would actually like to sort of use my cooking skill and see if I can identify, use cooking skill intelligence modifier to identify. Basically, if I can just harvest a bit, if there are any herbs that I could harvest.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an intelligence check, or not intelligence, a nature check. See if there are wild edible herbs. Both the meditation gardens and the standard garden surrounding the area, because the building itself is inside of a wall. There's a long perimeter wall that goes along the outside of it.
That's 16.
You are actually able to find a herbs. You find a small nestling of scallions.
All right.
Along with that, you find some lemongrass, and you're pretty sure is tea. Wild tea.
Right. I basically just pick those. Basically, just take a knife and cut those out. Lay them on a. Are there pews in this monastery, or anything? Something that I just could place them on, and until I look around, find separate pouches for them.
There is actually a kitchen here. This was
Yeah, I was going to say.
yeah.
As a monastery, they should have its own kitchen and bunks.
I am rating that.
So you have, after a quick look around with the aid of Hoff and Paris and the guards 4, you are able to sort of track down the lay of the building. There are a couple of large rooms to either side of the kitchen. It's a fairly good-sized kitchen, and actually still stocked with old porcelain china. Some of it's a little bit cracked with age, but other pieces are completely serviceable. Same with clay pots.
Is there anything like pots and pans, metal teapots, silverware?
There is no metal in that kitchen. The exception
Not even kettles? Pots?
Huh?
Not even pots or kettles?
There are no kettles. It's all ceramic.
Well, at the very least, we got some. We have stuff to make tea in the morning.
So,
as an Arthurian, I greatly appreciate that.
You have ceramic, and then you also have some wooden implements in the room. So
I'm just going to take the time and start just sort of clean that shit up so it can be used in the morning.
Yeah, it's fairly dusty, so it's going to take a bit of elbow grease. Aside from that, the north and south of this room have a pair of what seems like scroll room. Like honeycombed along the sides of the walls, there are scroll nooks that are filled with all kinds of decaying tomes. There are large banners that are hanging down that Li Chen is able to identify as being holy symbols, holy scripture. Banners. These are written in Old Dragoi, as opposed to the book that you had found from before. You also have along the back wall, there is a myriad of what seems to be small drawers. Small wooden drawers.
While they're looking through all this, can I take a minute and see if there's any beasts nearby?
Yeah, you can use your ability to try and detect wildlife. What kind of wildlife are you trying to detect in specific?
But pretty much just any beast, considering that any beast would be considered a favorite. And
Does your ability say in specific that you can scan for it without having a specified creature that you're trying to listen
you can
to?
attune your senses to determine if any of your favorite enemies lurk nearby by spending 1 interrupted minute in concentration.
Okay,
You
so what,
can sense
your
their
favorite
presence
enemy is
within 5
beasts,
miles.
then?
He has the beastie sense.
Okay. In that case, you are able to detect within the 5-mile radius, a few coyotes. And an armadillo and a barn owl. So it's slim pickings. There's life out there, but it's pretty distant, and it's nothing that is harmful to you all.
Just checking.
Can I run a check to see if there's been any kind of recent movement inside the building before we got here?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a investigation.
So, yeah, it would be an investigation. Oh, well. Good rolls couldn't last forever, I guess.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it just looks like seems like an old building. So, aside from those rooms, you have that large central garden with font in it, and to the north and south of that garden, you have what seems some sort of either communal space, or maybe it was a private meditation garden, or what's it, writing nook, something of some sort. There are very, very moth-eaten pillows stuffed in one corner of the room, whereas further on there is a long and large hall which is some sort of kind of like the main temple worship place. There is a large statue of a 3-headed dragon out of what seems to be sort of cast bronze.
Would I know the dragon?
You recognize
House Targaryen, apparently.
No, you recognize it as the classical representation of the Dragoy's three sibling gods of Bahamut, Tiamat, and Sartador.
Oh, after I'm done cleaning, there's something I would like to check. If there's a basement.
Give me an investigation.
I really hate being low intelligence characters.
I mean, you can actually
I get that
turn to
enough
others.
in real life.
You can turn to the others and say, like, "Hey, could you help me? Look around for."
I'll look around. And,
Yeah, I'm going to ask to help. Going to ask it.
I'll do the same.
Investigation.
And I roll 5.
Hey, I rolled a 17.
With all the help,
You rolled the best out of all of us. So
I am the low intelligent asshole, and I get the highest roll.
your boot caught on it. That's the explanation. You kind of stumbled forward. You do find a trap door. It it was previously you couldn't notice it in the low light of the room, but with the aid of Paris going around and lighting candles in the main chamber, which miracle that there's still candles here, but they are definitely burned down.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really don't think that we're alone here.
Is there a
Well, I
bell
agree
tower on
too.
this?
Toph just sort of like scoffs at it and is like, "This is a ghost town. Why would you expect anybody to be still living here? There's nothing to eat. There's nothing to really sustain. I mean, there's the water and over there, but oh,
I'm
there's
gonna
nobody here.
I'm gonna very gently put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, things don't need to live here for us not to be alone.
Well, there is the fact that the garden was overgrown, and considering the climate here, none of, as you say, as our dungeon masters described it, the garden was overgrown, not dead.
Yeah, no,
And
it's distinctly a lot
This-
greener than anything in the area
This
around there.
this smacks of the magic from the font also being used to water the magic of the font
I'm-
also being used to water the garden. But
I'm going to actually.
with the book placed on a very dry, like wooden, the fact that the lectern was dry really puts it up me, because I'm thinking like someone put that wet book on there very recently. Otherwise, the wood
however,
would have
everything
just
else,
sucked all that water out.
also the kitchens
Candles.
and such, everything is moth bitten, eaten, and
Yeah,
such. So what I'm going to prepare my bullseye lantern. I'm going to light it, and before I open it, we do knock on it.
There's no response from the trapdoor as you knock on it. Incidentally, Starman was saying something, so and Ryder had something to add after that.
Starman.
Yeah, all desert sands are, or as he writes it, our dessert stands is not conductive to below ground building. You know, I would very much like it if it was dessert sands.
Yeah,
That
right.
just sounds delicious.
just an entire sea of Oreo crumbs.
Oh god.
I was just
Diabetes.
imagining like an entire like pudding desert, and I was just like, it's really sticky.
Oh.
Well, that's what the
Hot
quicksand
and
is. It's
sticky.
pudding. It's chocolate pudding. That's the quicksand.
Okay, so
It's
Yeah.
just quicksand.
that's quicksand. God damn it.
It's
Yeah.
quicksand.
Starman is actually right in that observation. He is able as a desert native denizen. Even in
Mhm.
this foreign land, he does not feel sand sort of having the same vibe as it does outside of this. Whether that's good or bad, you guys have no idea. And Ryder, what you were trying to roll something for Arcana?
Oh, first things first. I was going to ask. Yeah, is there a bell tower on this location?
Monastery? No, there is no bell tower.
Monastery.
It is a one-story building with a clay tile roof.
The clay tile.
Even more interesting,
That is actually very.
especially in the desert. You expect like an adobe roof.
Yeah. Is inside of the village? Is there a place that has a furnace? Like a large scale furnace? Because
Well,
clay.
I'm assuming if it's a salt mining town, they'd have been a smithy there.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, I do not believe my notes. You guys did look around for that stuff.
Sorry. Is anyone else getting the same vibe I'm getting from this place?
I'm gonna go ahead and do a survival check to see if I can see the tracks that are on the ground. I can't actually see like how many there were when they were here, and if they came or left, and how long ago it was.
That would be a nature check, surely.
What is the
Specifically finding tracks is survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how long does that go for? Like,
well, if there are tracks to find,
yeah, it would be, a footprint in a room would last as long as the room lasts, supposing that there's no breach in air pressure or moisture.
All of the windows are they're open wood cut windows. They're not glazed.
Well, it's a monastery. I wasn't expecting that. But...
Just
despite there
the
being no answer, I'm going to open up the basement.
It's think of it as an Eastern monastery, not a Western. But sorry, say again.
This I'm going to align the bullseye lantern to aim at the trapdoor and open it.
Also, by the way, Darn. Well, your ability for natural explorer while tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number and sizes and how long ago they passed the area. You need a target creature for that, so you need to have a sample track to begin with.
Can I find a sample track that wasn't any of us?
You'll have to give an investigation check. Because you guys are coming around through there.
11.
Yeah, you do not find anything outside of what you would call the ordinary place. Looks like it's been laid up for a long time.
So this place is probably laid up for a long time.
With the open windows, I'm assuming there are sandbanks inside the building, blown in from outside.
Yeah. The winds do cut through into the building. By the give just a second, Goblin.
Yeah.
It might help if I'm actually on, the objects and tokens.
Yeah.
But now people can see you.
Once again, just I'm looking at the stream. If we want to see a bit more detail, few more squares larger.
Whoa, shit!
Yeah, go ahead and I'll
fucking gigantic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm going to go and turn to my trusty hound. Biter, Peter, later. And I'm going to roll a perception check for him with advantage. Well, that would be 16. So if he smells anything funny, or hears something funny,
Biter seems to actually kind of be a little bit seems a little more anxious than normal. He's got a bit of a whine. He's looking around. He doesn't seem to point out anything particularly, but obviously you can tell that your dog is kind of upset. What's more, you guys do recall that this was not only the holy site in town, but it was town.
Oof.
So, with the door open,
yeah. With the door open, you guys can see rolling in from the north what looks to be a fairly intimidating sight. Coming down from one of the mountains, there is a large static-filled dust storm. See various strikes of lightning.
With the door to the basement open.
Oh, the door to the basement does not open at all.
Oh, it doesn't.
That's what Goblin was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No
you
worries.
guys are going too quick. But no. Yeah, you are not able to foist open that trap door. You do, however, notice that there is like almost hidden a small recessed portion where you can push out of the way for a lock,
Like a padlock or a built-in lock.
built-in lock.
Oh,
Oh,
And I'm just going to turn and look at the artificer.
yeah. I
what?
also turned to him. Hey, Augustus.
all right.
We got a bit of a we need a key.
Paris does chime in at this point, sort of peeking around the corner and asking in Varesti, for those that speak it, which I think is just Davian.
Yep.
Right? Says, why are you all trying to scratch and get in there? We've been traveling all day.
He wants to know why you guys are trying to get down in there.
Cover
Also-
from the storm would be a good answer for that. I mean, if we've got a big old dust storm coming in, we don't want to be above ground if we've got no windows or anything to bar the doors with.
I'm going to turn to her and just say, storm cover.
She sits there and taps her chin, and she goes and asks her uncle if he has any ideas. And Toph's been sitting there watching the storm roll down, bit concerned. Whereas one of the triplets of the guards, Jimmy, Lemmy, and Timmy. No. It was Jimmy in this case. Jimmy happens to speak up, and he says, I don't know if you guys realize this, but these things come out. He sits there and displays as from across the way he manages to pull a shutter from the side of one of the windows, and it closes over the open grate.
That's great, but if it's a sandstorm, it's going to be hitting with the force of a tornado. So it'll blow those shutters straight off.
Toph actually comments, actually the storms out here are fairly mild. It'll be windy and dusty for sure, but the thing that's more dangerous is the energy discharges.
more reason to get underground. Augustus walks over and rolls a 20 on the thieves' tools.
Fuck. Okay.
You manage to, at the last second, as you're sitting there trying to pick this lock, while everyone's sitting around, the others are going about closing up the shutters where they can. You manage to, as you're probing and picking around inside of this lock, a mechanism slams shut on the inside, and you are able to retrieve your tools before they are broken.
Okay.
Well, if this is the prison cells, they're going to have tamper-resistant locks.
No, I've got a plan.
We could just blow the door off.
That was the plan.
Off,
Would
kind
be
of
hard
like
to shut the door
click.
after it's done.
Now Bolter will actually. Maybe not.
Toph kind of nods
But
in
you're
agreement.
the boss, man.
Toph points out the fact that the trap door happens to be near several load-bearing beams.
Oh, it's
Localized.
going to be a
Localized
directive
is fine.
blast. It's a localized blast.
Well, actually, what is the trapdoor made of?
It seems to be same like old polished but worn wood of the rest temple.
Great.
Uh,
Well,
I'd rather
with
not
the,
damage.
if
I'd rather not damage a Dugoroid temple. Thank you.
all right, then
Put Sand Axe back.
I
Sorry,
well,
sorry.
hey, well, there's also the fact I possess a crowbar.
I have a crowbar as well.
Yes, but I'm probably also stronger than you. But
Yes,
if
but
you
it doesn't hurt to have two of us.
Yeah,
if
Is-
you desire, I will try to force it open. But
Is there a head monk's office? I can't remember the name of it. Deacon's office.
Abbott.
Abbott's office. Thank you. Sorry.
In Abbott's quarters. From give me another religion check real quick.
Sorry. What?
Religion.
Religion.
You are able to
17,
discern.
not bad.
Yeah, you're able to discern that the northernmost, was it scroll room, was actually the living quarters to Abbott of this monastery.
Can I search it up and down to try and find a key?
Yeah, go ahead and try.
Can I get some help with it? I'm assuming it would be an investigation or perception.
That would be
Yeah, I'll help.
investigation.
So,
I'll pitch in.
investigation. All right.
Remember,
Give me
when
assistance again.
looking-
That's 20.
Yeah, when you're looking specifically for something, it's
what
investigation.
the fuck?
This is the only game that I've seen Goblin roll high on intelligence, and he's rolling.
I rolled a 20. I got a 19 in total.
Okay, so as you are searching this this room, you find that most of the scrolls and things in there are kind of in shit order. They're most scrolls are half sand at this point, but you do find a key ring, and yeah, you are able to find a key ring, but from the size of it and from what you saw of that trapdoor from before, this probably does not fit it. However, you are able to find a bit of old hooch that the dear old abbot kept, and it is quite the vintage.
All right, I'm going to put that in my alternate.
It is
Treasure?
it is a 500-year vintage whiskey.
Oh,
That's gonna
500-year-old whiskey.
That's gonna basically be water.
It's not vinegar.
Is the bottle has
Water
the,
if you like.
It's whiskey.
has the bottle been unmolested? As in, like, is the
No, it is in pristine shape. It seemed the abbot was very, very keen on this, and because of the arid climate, he made sure to melt wax over the top to reseal it. Here that he's had a few nips here and there, but no, the whiskey is really good. Is nice and good. Now you actually
Where did I find it?
Where did you find it? In one of
Like,
in one of the
yeah.
drawers, actually. There was a secret, like a false base plate that you knocked up, and it was in there. And for Li Chen can actually confirm this, that abbots are supposed to treat their bodies as temples in the classical sense. So this was very much contraband.
Well, I shall.
So,
You might-
so
You go.
on the revelation that the abbot of this monastery did not take his vow seriously, I'm going to say we can blow a hole through the door.
Okay.
I am going to do my due diligence and respectful of this religious order, and handily remove this foul spirit out of the monastery once we are over.
I mean, like the whole Like, just no, man. Li Chen is just looking at this place with just absolute contempt now.
All right, crowbars it is.
Hmm.
Hands the crowbar to Lee Chen.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back to the lock and just pop that fucker off.
And I shall assist. Since
Okay.
our
I get a crossbow
bossman-
ready,
So-
and I
so-
also cast.
It's going
That's
to
an
be some
18.
it's going to be some time for you guys to sit there and wrestle with this. Apparently, it's whatever locking mechanism that they have built in for this. It's seems to be fairly like very well put together.
Ancient Dragoy engineering is very strong, like bamboo.
All right.
Well,
Before we go any farther,
Yeah.
I actually want to see if I can just take the lock apart.
you find on the surface of the thing no discernible screw points or anything of that nature.
How about the hinges?
It is what was it for the for to be able to get at the lock itself? It is underneath a thumb plate. So you push on it and it's rounded and it rolls up out of the way. So the hinge is hidden underneath the material the whole time. And the hinge
What is the material it's under? What's the material it's hiding underneath or hidden underneath? Is it just wood?
No, it is metal.
Oh, okay. Smithing tools and files, then. Got it.
So as you are sitting here wrestling with this,
I need something to do.
it's going to be some time trying to work at it. It's not going to be like, pop a door lock.
Okay.
But as it goes, the others sort of like set out. They apparently find out that one of these halls for the for that what you thought was a meditation hall before, it seemed to be more of a communal barrack. And so like the old beds get dusted out and rolled out as that storm comes sweeping over the area. Thankfully, because
All right, guys, let's leave this door alone for now. We'll come back to it later. We have more pressing issues.
as it goes, the guards with the aid of Paris have gone around and closed up all of the shutters on the building. And they have also managed to figure out that ring of keys that you guys found, well, it actually did go to some dividing partitions in the building that included the access to the pond in the center.
The fuck did you get back in the house?
Paris crosses her arms and gives Wymark a dirty look. I'm kidding. I know you're talking to the dog. But yeah. So, you guys have managed to seal the place up, and there, for in the center of the doorway into that into the goddamn courtyard. Could not think of the word for the life of me for like the last 20 minutes. The courtyard in the center, there is actually a couple of half moon shaped like glass, so that you can actually see out in the courtyard even. And
I'm going to check out the window, maybe make certain that no nasties are going to be out there.
from what you can tell, there seems to be
with a 10.
10.
Yeah.
You see a lot of wind, and you can't. You sort of got a bush in the way, and you're trying to lean around it, but every time you lean, the wind changes directions and just keeps that bush in the way of your vision, kind of frustratingly so. But as it goes, you see nothing beyond the bush, and if anything, from the
That's
wail
the
of
most
the
accurate line I've heard tonight.
fuck you. But from the wail of the wind outside, you hear that it's not as terrible, not something that's going to strip your hide. And what's more, there is a lot of thunder. So every time it would go off, the whole building would shake and bits of dust would rain down. Thankfully, however, with the what was it, the others working, they were able to run out with some cloth wrapped around their face and pull down some of the food from the wagon outside.
Actually, when we first started setting up here, I had pretty much everybody and helped bring in pretty much everything off the wagon to where it was inside because we saw that the storm was.
Okay. So never mind. They didn't run out into the storm for that. You did have one that went out to go check on your orc saddle, and it seems to be happy as a clam, as reported by Lemmy. It's
So the sorry, it's the courtyard is like the cloister, right? It's inside the main. It's inside the whole lot.
Yeah, it's inside the whole lot.
Okay.
That's what courtyards usually are. It's an open area surrounded by buildings.
Yeah. So you do manage to note a little bit more about that. Was it that font? Those peeking out the door. Toph is sitting there. He seems to be captivated by this, but he's watching it, and when pestered about it, he mentions, well, seems to be that no matter how much dust flies over the roof, that water seems crystal clear still. It may be a trick of my eyes, but For too long, however, the dust storm gives way to an actual.
Interesting.
Now have fat, heavy drops of rain hitting the roof, and just streaks of mud coming down. Even inside, there's a couple of leaks, and you see just muddy rivulets coming down the walls, in certain places. But you all are warm compared to the outside, and out of danger of lightning strikes. But you
Is there a fuel in the fire in the Arga in the oven?
There are actually a small tinder and firewood box on the side of the clay oven, or earth. I should say earthen oven. It's not exactly clay for that one.
We should probably get everyone in and around that, cook ourselves a nice dinner, and just settle in for the night.
Yeah. Could definitely do that.
Are you guys still going to be fiddling with that basement?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Augustus. If Augustus
not
wants
here
to, he is technically the. But,
No, I mean like he isn't here. Like Ryder isn't here.
Oh.
Ryder's dealing with his dog.
Oh, okay, he left. All right.
No, he's still technically.
I know that. He left the computer.
Yeah.
Augustus is taking a nap. The long journey has taken it out of him, so he's just sort of catching a few Z's in the kitchen, nodded off while we're cooking.
I think I'll probably be meditating.
In the meditation hall, or in the main temple hall?
Anywhere, just as long as I can do my daily meditations.
Okay.
Most likely in front of the bronze statue.
Okay. That's a fairly large area, and you actually have like it's made for this, so
Yeah.
you're good there. How about the rest of you?
Well, I'm just gonna go to the kitchen and start a fire. Maybe, I don't know, brew up some of the tea, get some snacks going, and use some of the rashes. Maybe re-season them or sort of reheat them. So they're
Can
more
I
pleasant.
take some time to see if I can find like some not dirty cloth?
Not dirty cloth, said?
Yeah, just some more or less clean cloth.
You can try. Give me an investigation. That sand coarse and gets everywhere.
Fuck you.
Do at least find like a bolt of cloth or anything.
Yeah, you are able to find a bolt of cloth. It just happens to be in rough condition. If you pull a couple meters off of it, the material a little bit deeper down seems to be at least in better state.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that and kind of take a little bit of the water from the fountain and just like clean up the piece of cloth, like cutting it free, and make
You're going
a
out into the
few.
storm?
Oh, oh yeah, the fountain's outside.
Yeah.
I'll take some of my water, just a little bit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Shouldn't be any issue at that point.
And then yeah, I'm just going to kind of like pin it at one edge on like a wall or something, somewhere dry where it'll dry up.
Yeah.
That way I'll actually have like a face wrap for tomorrow.
Right, so,
Okay.
oh, there he is. He woke up.
Sorry. I had to go. A storm just blew and I had to go batten down the hatches.
Hey.
Hey, Rod.
That's kind of interesting in that regard.
Yeah.
You are you had we took a little liberty on such. You nodded off in the kitchen while they were cooking dinner.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you at this point we can call you woken up if you'd like to go.
Oh,
and
okay. It's fine.
Whatever else you want for the week for the
Evening. All right. So we know there's a basement underneath us. What is the floor made of?
It's made out of that polished polished wood I mentioned. Some kind of stone substrate. You were able to notice that from the cracked stucco outside as you were walking?
All right. Next level, I get fucking masonry tools.
You know, if the crowbars don't work or just shit like that, you just grab my axe and just hack the fucker open if you want.
I mean, if I really wanted to just get through there, I could just cast an arcane weapon on the hand axe and just start delivering thunder damage to it. So,
I mean, do you want to?
no, not really. It's a waste of a good spell slot.
But so you're going back to wrestling with that that trapdoor?
I want to look over the entire thing. We know it's got a fairly complex mechanical lock. It's made of the same kind of polished wood. The hinges are hidden behind a metal curtain of some kind.
No,
Everything sounding about right?
It's the hinges are just flat out hidden. Like from what you see at your perspective, it is you see like it would normally just look like completely flat floor, but there is a small gap that runs the length around the total outside of this trapdoor, and that there was a very, very almost non-noticeable, what looks to be a little dial of like dial circle on there where you push your thumb on and it rolls up and you can see the keyhole there. And you can feel on the surface of it that there seems to be a handle a little bit above that, but you can't seem to pull up the handle, and you can't. It's a little bit too well done. It's probably the handle is locked down with for when you turn the key.
Okay.
Probably the most obvious way that would work. It might just be that the whole damn thing picks up and pulls out. But it is in the main room statue. So
all right.
might be something important.
You know what? Let's look around the statue real quick.
Okay.
I don't think anyone actually has investigated the statues properly. They've done a religion check, but is there anything hidden or special about the statue? And I roll 12. My God, my rolls are bad today.
As far as it goes, like, you've not come across something like this.
Holy shit, my rolls are bad today.
Yeah, well, at least you got the one out of the way. You are able to, from what you can
There we go.
It seems to be abnormally cool to the touch. Even despite the evening chill of this northern desert.
Could you describe the statue again?
Statue is it is a large seated figure with 3 sonic heads coming out, curling up, make the 3 heads looking down and out over those who would be sitting there praying, like almost like one of those Buddha statues. It has a fringe that goes along behind the back of it. And it's all from cast bronze.
How large was it again?
It's a fairly large statue.
It's a fairly large statue. It is roughly base is 15 foot by 15 foot, and the statue itself takes up most of the room up to the high ceiling of this room.
So it's a slightly smaller, draconic, 3-headed Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, kind of. Except not carved from stone. It's cast from bronze.
Oh, if it's cast from bronze. What's the condition of the bronze? Has it gone green?
It is green.
Right.
However, it does have like an interesting striation pattern that you can tell from the what was probably years. So is he a bearded dragon? There's a pattern of striation along the sides and back of this of the statue, and it's probably due to sand being blown through the window and just scratching across the surface of bronze over the. And it's good metal, but you might have to fight Li Chen for defacing a holy artifact.
Bear in mind, I am sat in front of it now.
And glaring at them, I imagine.
No, my eyes are closed.
Oh.
Just I'm in my mind. I'm giving them the middle finger for threatening the statue.
Walks the Legion. How would you like a bronze dragon staff at some point?
Do not deface.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Do not deface. Understood. Statue shall be left alone.
It just symbols his bad luck for many, many reasons.
Yes, yes. I understand, Starman. But god damn it, that door is bugging me. That's legitimately one of my character flaws. Curiosity. Unquenchable curiosity.
It at least will keep your fascination for the foreseeable time that this storm is.
You know what?
going
I'm
to go.
gonna. Yeah, I bring Toph over. Is like, have you ever seen a mechanical device like this before? Like the way
Yeah.
this is locking.
He scratches he scratches his chin and kneels down to take a look at it. Sorry,
I've seen
you were
similar
saying.
things, but yeah, I've seen similar things, but never anything like this from the Dragoi.
Clearly, you have not been paying attention to classical mechanisms. It is interesting.
Oh, damn it, foam.
He sits there and has a look over it. And hey, normally something like this wouldn't be that structurally sturdy. He kind of like casts a glance over, the toothed up pry bars that you guys were using and whatnot, and looks back at
No,
it.
it's pretty sturdy.
Well,
and you already tried the lock, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm fairly proficient at going through locks. I've had to do it a few times on the job.
He perks a brow.
I just think he
I am-
keeps forgetting them.
Who are you and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith and I'm a locksmith.
Well, I'm going to walk up to the statue and I'm going to climb up upon its up to get a closer look at the heads.
In the case of the heads, you have one angry dragon head looking at you, but for the non-animate dragon heads, they are distinctly the visages recognizable of the demonic gods. Sartador with no expression, Bahamut with what can be interpreted as kind of a kind expression, more fatherly look, and lastly, you have Tiamat, more of a
Actually,
an angry sneer.
yeah,
You know
and lastly, you have Li Chen just absolutely gobsmacked that you would do that right in front of him.
You know what? I'm not done. I look at the Tiamat one, look at my crowbar, and I tap it on the nose.
You're about to get you're about to get your biscuits burnt.
Can I do like a crouching tiger, hidden dragon kind of wire jump up there and just rip the crowbar out of his hands?
Give me an acrobatics check.
Ooh, that is handsome.
You are able to sit there and leap up quite rapidly, shockingly as such, and get hold of the crowbar, but you are not able to wrench it out of Baldur's hands.
Can I not throw a strength check on top of that? Have it contested?
Yeah, you two can both roll strength on that.
He manages.
Fucking damn it! Look at that! I've rolled 2 nat 20s, but they've both been on the fucking.
No, you didn't roll a nat 20 on
I
that. You
did.
rolled...
No, he
Look
had
at it
a,
next to it.
No, that one. Yeah, the
investigation.
second one you rolled that, but I meant the acrobatics. You rolled a 17.
No, there was one
Oh, I
before
wasn't-
that was a nat 20, not
Yeah.
pertinent.
Not that one. I've rolled 2 nat 20s that I couldn't use.
Well, while you two are wrestling over that,
No,
Chin-
when he comes in, I mean, obviously, suddenly, a big blue boy jumping up behind me and grabbing my fucking crowbar is gonna be. I'm going to reactively try to take it back, but I'm not going to contest it. Like, what?
You two are going to roll around like a couple of jackasses.
No. He
No,
grabbed the
no.
crowbar.
No?
I grabbed the crowbar, not him.
Yeah.
I
You
I
grabbed
resisted.
it, but
But he yanked it out of my hand, and I'm just going to look down on him from my perch. It's like, what?
And I'm just going to look back at him and say, I said no to face.
Okay. And from my standing position on its lap, I'm going to kick the statue and sort of give a tap on the statue's stomach with my boot.
Oh no.
Okay, just sort of to say, I'm checking if it's hollow. Or some
Also,
shit like
Starman apparently has given a cautionary hand on Boulder's shoulder, saying,
He's
God damn,
also on the
Australians
statue?
always like
Darman.
this.
he is also on the statue?
"Yeah, he climbed up, and I guess close enough to sit there and say." I'm guessing he can't speak right now, but says, I would rather not be complicit in start of holy war again.
No, it's much more like this. Yeah, I would rather not be complicit in start of holy war again. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Wait,
I'm trying my
just-
best, man.
Anyways,
why is Starman V?
I don't know, but
What did I hear?
See, that's
Did,
clickety-clackety on the transcripts.
did me tapping my heel onto the statue make any sorts of distinctive sound that a bronze statue should not make?
it rings slightly,
It
but
is-
like
It's a metal statue. It's going to respond to someone kicking it in an armored boot.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, but does it do so as if there's an empty section inside of it?
I mean, yeah, most large bronze castings are hollow.
Hollow, yeah.
So like it does ring hollow.
Even if it's hollow,
thickly cast.
you're not going to go digging through the statue.
Well, I was going to check if it was like mechanical or. Actually, hold on. You said that the heads were looking down.
Yeah, over.
I'm going to crouch down and look under their necks.
It's a very angry Dragoi.
You.
Is there a seam or hinges or mechanism under there?
There's a seam, but it is no mechanisms, and it seems a joining seam from when the statue was constructed.
I want to try to push one of the heads upwards.
Are you actively trying to deface?
I am not trying to break it. I'm just going to see
No,
if it moves
no,
on its own.
As in, literally, you're trying to move the head, right? So you're trying to literally deface.
Oh my god!
If it's made to look made to have the heads move, then it's not defacing.
No, true, but I don't think you get the pun. Maybe it's not translating.
Oh, okay. No, as Unity.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Now I get it.
You're literally trying to
Yeah.
remove the face.
As you do so, the statue kind of it kind of makes a bad, and you notice that Biter off in the distance is kind of whimpering.
You okay there, boy? Right.
His ears are pinned back, and he keeps licking his nose, looking around.
We're like, well, Ghost, it seems like there's something up there. Maybe you should try it. And I gotta hop up off the statue, and I'm going to turn to my dog and go and comfort the big poor boy.
As you
Goddamn Arthurians!
as this is happening, there is a fairly heavy thud of thunder outside, and you hear shouts coming from the side of the of the temple.
Now I'm gonna run over there.
Hold on.
I start heading that way as well, unless it's actually coming from where I'm at.
Our Feder said it was
Hey, you got it all sorted.
Alright. I've got to put everyone in the right places.
Yep.
I did actually say that I was actually already next to Paris a minute ago.
Yeah, he did.
Oh. If you were with Paris there, Toph was in here, and you had what's it?
I was next to Toph.
You were next to Toph.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah, I
just
was
me,
next to-
Starman, and
Gator, you're a liar.
What?
You said the guards had the four guards.
Oh,
Among
but-
the four guards, they were triplets. You did say they were quadruplets.
Look, I couldn't find another fucking thing in time, so. Alright. So, here. So down here is the main entrance. You have the hall that leads in through there. You have the, this is the room with the statue here, the head of the hall, and all of the old pillows for the monks to kneel on around there. So go ahead and bring your tokens in for where you are at.
I really need to make a proper token for the Iron Defender. I'll get to that here in a little bit.
Uh,
I set fire to myself earlier.
I mean, if you send me the image, I can go ahead and do a proper token.
I'm on it.
Or Goblin can do it. That works too.
I'm actually using the Steel Predator out of the Tome of Foes, so
Huh.
that thing is horrific.
All right.
I'll
So
sprint. It'll take me.
you hear the shouts coming from down the way as a crash is heard from down the hall down this way.
Down where? Sorry.
Down here where I'm pinging at. Oh wait, I'm on.
Can't
Oh,
see it.
you're on GM layer.
I'm on
Yeah.
GM layer. Okay, on the south point of the hall.
Here?
By the main door.
No. It's in the prayer hall where you guys are all at. As
So
the,
behind me.
Yeah. As the shutters explode open and muddy rain comes spraying in, you see a rather horrifying gaunt form of what might have been a Dragoi at one point. Its garb, a tattered and ruined affair looking similar to that of Li Chen's.
I didn't know he had a brother.
Yeah, Tommy Chen.
It's not time for jokes, people. Ready's crossbow.
Relax.
The things screech in unison. One carrying a long, gnarled-looking staff. Another carrying what looks to be some kind of bladed shovel. And the last one carrying a large spear.
Wait, we have a
Fuck
Kriegsman there? Those things actually look familiar. The tokens you were using.
They are a, what was it, illustration of an undead monk.
Might have seen it at some point.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna put... yeah, I made tokens. Two which I kind of think fits for this deal.
Can I
Behind
do a religion? Sorry, can I do a religion check to know if they are actually undead?
yeah, you can go ahead and do such.
12.
12?
More importantly, are they skeletal or fleshy?
They are kind of in between. They're kind of jerky-ized, actually.
Yeah.
One thing that you do notice, with their crash through and the dampness of it, you don't smell rot. If anything, you kind of smell something incensey, like almost like a pine resin.
Like they've been preserved.
Alright, I'm going to roll for mine and Biter's initiative.
Before we start, I'm going to shout to Toph. Like I said, nothing has to live here for us not to be alone.
Ah!
Fucking called it.
Well, in that, with Baldur kind of spooked, honestly, from this response, you and Li Chen are able to hear a rumble coming from behind you as the statue slides backwards, and out walks a much larger Dragoi, undead, as we'll be calling this, wearing what is unmistakably the abbot's robes.
I told you not to deface this. Baldur.
All right.
Hold on, I might have spaced out. Where did this big one come from?
From the statue.
From outside of the statue. There was, like, glancing over, you could see that there was, underneath the statue, there's a small tomb recess.
Oh! Fun.
Okay, so are
This
these
is gonna
green
get
bits
really
here entrances?
Yeah, those are the doors that lead into the, what was it, the inner courtyard. The blue bit is the font, and the green bit down here is the entrance into the building.
Alright. I wonder what Mecha Hoot's doing right now. It's probably sitting there screaming and shitting itself.
Just nuts and bolts falling down the side of this building.
God, I missed when you were fucking bigger, you silly robotic thing.
Mouse. Oh shit, desert mummies disrespects gods. Nice gods take God's side. So,
For those
Oh,
that
also,
for those that are watching, I rolled a 1.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, Gator, a nice
Yes.
ability of the Iron Defender is they can't be taken by surprise.
I mean, the thing was on alert when it comes in, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
The surprise.
at that point in time,
Yeah. This was already that
Alright,
the
cool.
things were going on. They do
Yeah,
not.
fair enough.
Yeah, it can't. I think the in this case it sort of balances out to these things are not going to get a free turn on you all.
The only way that they'd really get like a surprise round is if they had stealthed and
Yeah.
ambushed us because we walked into them without seeing them. That's a surprise.
Hold on.
Yep.
So, this is the basin.
It's a good amount of water. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding when I said it's a large stone
That's a-
basin.
And this
That's
is
a
a
good
monster.
amount. That's a good amount of holy water.
I
And-
think this. I don't know why. I just think this is holy water. With the, holy water does not make shit. Unholy water does not make shit grow. Make overgrow. If one of you could go in there and maybe grab and try to splash it, whew.
See, so here's the thing, though, because these are Dragoi monks,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can hit them
Why not?
because they're still Dragoy monks. Even if they're undead, there's still that kind of level of you treat the
Yeah,
dead
what
with
does this
reverence.
religion say about undead?
I know. But, oh, well, I guess I could justify it because the abbot used to drink. Okay, cool.
Hell, if anything, what we are facing right in front of us is the abbot.
Yes, I know, I'm actually going to have to, kill that pot-bellied fool. Okay, let's go.
Let me, I need
Let's get some music up. I'm gonna play some
pull
music.
Where the hell is the damn thing? Fuck.
I'm gonna put the music from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I do have music playing,
Here's
by
where
the
we got
way.
music
Yeah,
playing.
I hear it.
Okay.
And you know what? You know what?
I've got
kind of happy for the first time ever in my almost 10 years of playing D&D. I finally performed some desecrations.
Ah! Here I gotta look at blocks. That son of a bitch does not get a plus.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna grab another beer. Holy shit, I'm 4 beers in. Only now am I feeling sort of woozy.
Goddamn, I want a beer. Fuck.
God damn it, Boulder. See, we could have survived the night here quite comfortably, but no. We had to go and fuck with shit.
Meanwhile, I'm finally getting to play a cleric fighting undead, and it's an edition where I don't have turn undead until level 5. Yeah. Actually, you have 2 holy characters in this party.
Yes.
I completely like spaced on that.
Wait, can I do radiant damage? If I can do radiant damage,
Not yet. You'd have to spec into it.
I actually get radiant sunbolt.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
Radiant.
At level 8, yeah, at level 8 I can actually start making radiant weapons, so...
There you go.
Oh shit, never mind. No, he actually has it right now.
Yep. Yep, because you're Sun Soul.
Yep, I'm a Sun Soul
beat
Dragon.
down on motherfuckers.
He's Mr. Blue Sky.
Oh,
Alright.
fuck you. Now I have to listen to that.
God damn, they rolled shit.
Yellow. There's always,
They
come on.
probably still rolled better than I.
Yeah, they did. Alright, so numerically descending. So was that everybody?
It's funny.
You still
I
need
think it's
Paris and
everyone.
Top
Yeah, I do need Paris and Toph.
and the guard boys.
How can I?
So glad I took Sacred Flame. Exactly, Mouse.
I think it's funny that I'm Mr. Blue Sky, but I've got lightning powers.
Alright, so he is. God damn it. Turn for him, and I'm going to have the.
Oh, I need to build radiant sunbolt for us to do that.
I'm gonna have the those guys roll 1. 2. Damn! Those chicken shit guards got lucky. They rolled high as shit. Alright.
Clearly they were on edge.
Yeah. I mean, they
Or
were
they're going to be gunning it.
sitting there eating dinner and boom.
Oh, just FYI, I cooked up the inspiration rations, so...
Wait, you
Those
still
who ate
had
got
some?
inspirations.
I thought you guys. No, you guys ate those.
We have technically a full week's worth of high quality ration. per
but
person.
okay. So
Yeah,
the deal
I distinctly remember you said that we got a week's worth of rations,
Yeah.
and eating those rations gave us inspiration for the
Okay.
day.
I could not remember if I had said that or.
So we have inspiration. I think this is the first time ever in 5th ed that I've had a character with inspiration.
Yeah, that is the thing with inspiration. People always
shit.
forget about it.
Chicken Little got good.
Who's Chicken Little?
What was it? Barreleye. He rolled a nat 20 on his
Initiative.
yeah, his initiative. I can't fucking speak. Right. Holy shit! Off too. God damn.
Clearly, everyone was feeling that feeling that I had that we were about to get hit by the undead.
Yeah.
Apparently, with this,
What
I
was
can
that
actually
fucking-
use.
What I made
Like
was some very invigorating tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just from what I'm reading with the Radiant Sunbolt thing, I can use this at will, but I can expend a key point to use it twice. Once as a bonus action. Sorry, attack twice as a bonus action. So, 3 times?
Why did I write 20? There we go.
Ah,
And we're
You
gonna
get a new
go
attack.
numerically descending.
When you get an extra
What's it? The shit. I need to roll off for Abbott and for
so 1k.
Paris. Roll one.
Yes! If you use a key point, you get to attack basically 3 times with this, is the way that's read.
Holy shit.
Okay, so
Holy.
it is all in order right now. Top of the round. It is
There we go.
Davian.
I'm sorry, I was just making sure that I built that correctly.
so give me. I'll let you guys do it. I'm gonna take a nap.
Alright, cool. I'll send it back.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up to the first guy close to me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go ahead and take my. I'm gonna hunter's mark him, and burn my first level.
Josh?
Gator, could we get
And
you to mark...
blade out, and I'm gonna take a shot at this guy, which I have advantage on anybody that hasn't made a move yet,
Okay.
as part of natural explosion.
And that actually hits. That's 11 damage you did?
17 actually with hunter's mark.
Alright.
Good damage.
Got a 6 on my hunter's mark. I'm excited. I'm still shocked that an 11 hit, but
These are just basic undead, so they have shit dexterity, I'm gonna guess. Besides that, Abbott, maybe.
So you are able to, with your blade, come running in and slash into the monk as it kind of lethargically attempts to block the sword slash, and it's kind of surprising to see an undead actually move to, intercept a.
Oh my god, it's almost like they have martial arts training.
Yeah, almost as if.
You're making me fight my, grandparents. You know that, you asshole.
Would be more like great grandparents in this case.
Alright, but still.
But yeah, you're able to redirect the strike mid blow, and it connects with the monk, cracking into its jerky-like flesh, and get a good slash through. Some of the heavy cloth falling away to expose its desiccated body under.
Have you no modesty?
Well, it'd be a good thing to kill these.
All right. Anything else?
No, that was all my actions and stuff.
All right. Meanwhile, Barrel Eye is he's a scared boy. He's a very scared boy. All right. He rolled.
Wait, the guards have got a higher dex modifier than me?
Guards? No, they just rolled. Oh, never mind. They did roll on that. The guards have a +1 dex modifier. What is yours?
I have +3, I think. Hang on a
Plus-
sec. No, +2.
You still
Yeah,
do better
+2.
on that. Fighter has
Cool.
what? Goblin.
Yeah, sorry.
What is Biter's dex mod?
It is a +3.
+3. God damn.
No, 2. Sorry.
So, whatever. I don't really care if he goes first or not.
I'll let the dungeon master decide. I don't mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't mind.
So, where is what I wrote down for this mechanic? Okay, he has now lost 1 bravery token. So, that leaves him with 1 bravery token remaining. And, he's going to jump, start moving back. You can hear the guard yelling at Barrel Eye from down the hall. What the hell are you doing? Get back here! And this is Ben right here. This is Ben. Triplets are
guys,
the
do you want to hear?
triplets
Do you want to hear something really good?
Oh, fuck you! God damn it! Oh, I'm dying for like a fucking bottle of wine right now. Okay.
This
Start
stream does not support excessive drinking. Please
Yeah.
drink responsibly.
Yes. But
Drink
no,
responsibly,
Drink and
children.
drive.
I need to start like making you guys like send some DM tribute. God damn it! Fuck.
Dude, if I had the money, I would. I just spent it all on a fucking plane ticket to come see your fucking ass.
Fair enough. But no, you spend it to come see Io's ass. Difference.
No, I didn't. Maybe we should rephrase that.
Yeah, maybe. But anyways, so that is his turn, and
That's
it is
good
now
though.
Toph's turn. Toph, noting the danger of the situation, is going to come up and he's going to try and grab Harris's arm and drag her back. And with that roll, he is able to pull her, but only so far. So they are up here trying to retreat away as Toph turns and shouts, seeing the gaunt visage of the abbot roaring at Balder and Starman and Li Chen up above. Speaking of Li Chen,
Yo.
it is Li Chen's turn.
So, okay, so I want to get your ruling on this because Ryder said with the wording of it, it says that I can attack 3 times with Radiant Sunbolt if I expend a key point.
Let me see.
It says here when you take the attack action on your turn and use this special attack as part of it, you can spend 1 key point to make the special attack twice as a bonus action.
Let me
So
run
yeah,
it
that's
over.
3 times.
Starting when you choose to shoot the 3rd level, you can hurl searing bolts of magical radiance. Gain a new attack option that attack action. Special attack, a ranged spell attack with a range of 30 feet. You are proficient with it, and you add your dexterity modifier to the attack damage. Damage is radiant, and its damage die is d4. This die changes as you gain monk levels, as shown in the martial arts column of the monk table. When you take the attack action on your turn and use the special attack as part of it, you can spend 1 key point, make the special attack twice as a bonus action. No. Okay, that is strange. Okay, it does say
Yeah, it's
bonus,
worded weird.
It says bonus action.
Yeah, it says I can attack twice as a bonus action with the special attack.
I'm thinking what you do is a standard attack, then you can use that twice as a bonus action. So you do your quarterstaff attack, then you can do that twice. I think that's the way they intended that.
So basically, like Flurry of Blows, but with the Radiant Sunbolt
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's exactly the way.
And the damage is just 1 flat D4. There's no dex bonuses or anything like that.
No, it adds your
'Cause-
dexterity modifier to the
Yeah.
attack damage rolls.
It's a ranged
D4 plus
spell
dex.
attack.
Okay, cool.
If you're in melee range,
yeah, if you're in
it's
melee
an enemy
range,
and
you're
it-
going to take attack of opportunity from the.
It's a disadvantage on the attack.
I know. That is not something that I'm just clearing up that because I hadn't actually done the Radiant Sunbolt yet, so I was just making sure that was all right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Um,
it does do three shots. It's just yeah.
So, can I disengage with my entire movement and then hit him with
Yeah, that is a rogue ability.
You can do the 5-foot step.
Can you do?
Yeah, I could do a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can attack him without disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step back, and then I'll hit him with a dart, and then 2 bolts of Radiant Sunbolt.
A dart.
Yeah, I have. How many darts do I? I got 10 darts. I get them with my monk starter.
If you use the Radiant Sunbolt ability, it has to be that it's changing your normal attack, so you don't get the bonus unless you make the normal attack.
So I punch and then hit 2 other targets,
No,
or 1 other target.
no. It changes your normal attack into the Radiant Bolt. So you get
Oh.
1 shot Radiant Bolt, and then you follow it up with a double shot Radiant Bolt.
Okay, just
So
hit
that is
Radiant
3.
Bolt like you.
That's 3
Yeah.
terms then. Okay, cool. In that
what
case,
was
I'll.
the roll to hit. That's range of 30. You're proficient with it, so you have. I think you just add your modifier to it.
It's proficiency and dex modifier to the attack and damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
attack and damage. Okay,
Because it doesn't
so
actually say that. Right.
no. It
Well,
does.
I'm gonna tackle them.
you add
I'm
your.
gonna hit. Can I just hit them with Radiant Bolt then 3 times and spend that key
no,
point?
No, you have
the
to.
other-
You have to spin the key point, and also when you make your, you have to do an attack roll. So, D20 plus Dex plus proficiency.
Okay, so
2,
basically-
4.
the attack that I built here.
Yeah,
for Radiant
that's
Bolt.
right.
Okay,
That's a hit. So roll your next one.
Oh,
that's
6
6
damage.
radiant damage.
That's a
Is
hit.
that a hit?
Yep, that's a hit.
That's 10.
And that's a hit. Or wait, hold on.
13.
13 is 13. Yeah, that is a hit. So you are able to deal 14 damage radiant.
14 damage.
Well, isn't it? Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that's just radiant damage as well.
So you do notice that as the bolts impact into the monk, it scorches the fabric that it's wearing, and he stumbles back, looking back at you, and he says something in Old Dragoy. It's a rough dialect. You've never heard it spoken before.
So it's basically just the dialect of this town, kind of like. Yeah. All right.
It might be this town. It might be like classical imperial. As far as it goes, like you do not know what it's exactly saying, but
Okay.
there is one
I know-
word. There is one
Okay.
word that stands out, and it is betrayer.
So I'm gonna. Can I retort in Uldragoy? Do I know enough?
Give me an intelligence check. So this will be like a rudimentary like reconstruction of the language
Couldn't
from what you know.
couldn't that be a wisdom check from?
No, because this is actually a
All right.
this is
there you
a
go.
mental
No,
process.
okay.
Yeah, you are not able to like be able to recreate the dialect. The creature just roars back at you in difference.
So I'm gonna retort with in regular Tricoy then. You call me the betrayer, but you soiled your body.
And you said it was damage. Okay. Go. All right. That is Li Chen's turn. It is now Biter.
All right, let me see. He is going to see that his master is coming, but once again, have not dismissed his command to protect Patterson off.
Gonna stick with the.
Yeah, he will basically do movement action to turn here next to be the next to the guardian. And be and otherwise, actually, you know, fuck it. He's going to make a full movement action. Let me check if this works. Yep. Bite. No.
For 7, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that hit. Yeah, that doesn't hit. The monk is able to sit there and twirl that staff that he has and crack Biter over the nose, knocking him back, keeping the dog at bay with the bow staff.
And if he dies, Boulder will take a temporary barbarian level to rage. No.
I mean, I could see that happening, to be quite honest.
Oh, definitely.
But okay.
You kill a guy's dog, you're fucked.
Yeah. All right. It is now the guard's
Should
turn.
we call that? Should we call that the John Wick ability? For
Yeah, the John Wick clause. There you go.
the John Wick clause is in D&D now. It's canon.
Yep. Don't kill a player's dog. Fucking kill everything in the world. All right, and they.
This is why the
save
ATF
against
could never
terror.
play D&D.
All right, the guards are able to muster, and they're going to start running forward.
At least it's not a shambling mound. That's genuinely what I was afraid it would be because of the overgrown garden.
Yeah, I mean, who would possibly throw a shambling mound at their players? That's
I have
terrible.
no idea.
Who would do
Who would
that?
do such
Who
a
would-
thing?
I mean, it's as if like
Honestly,
it's as if you guys are looking into my journal on things. You know, it's.
honestly, throwing a shambling mound at people is a very dick move, and those who do that, they should be ostracized and sent to certain camps.
Good lord.
You
Okay.
try.
All right, so the guards
holiday camps, of
are
course.
the guards are using improvised weapons at this point. So
Wait, do they have guns?
What? They have guns.
they're not equipped right now. Their armor is off and they are not armed. They were getting ready for bed, and the triplets were eating dinner. So
Yeah, there's still a while until that. I'm going to get another beer. I am. Oh shit! I'm a full 6 days of beer and.
Yeah, I might try and get some mead when I'm done.
Ooh, shit. This guard manages to clock the monk up here using a bit of wood that was a container with a scroll in it. Cracking the monk with it, and holy shit, yeah, good job, boyo. And that
Again, chat.
is...
Drink responsibly.
Ooh, that sounded good. Got some bottle opening ASMR on this channel now too.
That is 5 damage to him. So up here, that was 5 damage. On these two, the Jimmy is attacking, and holy shit, he crits with a fucking clay pot.
Oh god.
He sits there.
Splinters of the zombie's eyes.
He has sat there and, like, this is a thick clay pot too. Good heavy old construction, and like, just the age has made it harder. And so as he sits there and grabs it up off of the stove as he hops up onto the island, goes and he cracks it straight upside the head of the undead, dealing what was it? Dealing 6 damage to him.
D4 plus strength, isn't it? So improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a +2 for strength.
Mm-hmm.
And for his brother Jim, what was it? Timmy. Timmy does hit as well. He does pretty good solid hit. This one he's using a chair, a small stool. And,
Is he using a steel wooden table?
no. And he does 5 damage. So these boys are doing all right back here, but they are terrified as shit and using anything on hand to try and fight. It is now Starman's turn.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close to you guys right there.
I am going to try and lice up the abbot with the guiding bolt.
Okay.
Ooh, boy.
It's gonna hurt.
9 to hit him. That does not hit.
Ooh, can I use my inspiration to...
Yeah, you may.
Get advantage, yeah. Roll again.
Come on, please, please. 13, that's a hit.
13, yeah, that barely gets it. So, you, it's kind of hard keeping him in place as he sort of like moving around as you're charging up the bolt. And suddenly you just fucking curveball the son of a bitch. It kind of sizzles the beard hairs of Baldur for a minute as it goes past him and impacts the monk in the chest, knocking him back. That's 11 damage. Alright.
That's kind of shit damage for a
You
radiant
cinch
bolt.
my beard, I'm going to fucking kill you.
It's not the John Wick clause. You can't use it there.
Okay, so you see the abbot hit the statue, and the statue is cracked as it slumps downwards, and that was an 11. And he does not get back up. You see him just kind of slump back down into his tomb as the unnatural light in its eyes wink out. Starman casts Shillelagh as a bonus action, and repeatedly apologizing to the abbot about all of this in Celestial.
There should be no apologies from Augustus.
Oh dear. So, that is Starman's turn, and it is now... Yes.
So
First things first,
just
I'm going to cast Arcane Weapon as a bonus action. It's now up for an hour.
Okay.
Wait, so the abbot was dead, did you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Abbot's
Can you
gonna-
mark it?
Shit.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm... Ow. Fucking... stupid bug bite on my shoulder driving me nuts. There we go.
Tell me
You know
about
what? It's time to use my inspiration.
shit.
Grab myself advantage. Repeating shot crossbow.
Also, all of you guys with the inspiration point, go ahead and mark a small blue token, small blue dot on your tokens. We'll use that as the indicator for that you still have your inspiration.
Alright, hit.
Or which one are you aiming at?
I was aiming at this one.
The far
Alright,
one
so
right here.
6. No, this one.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
6
all right.
damage from the piercing, and then I'm doing 3 acid damage.
All right. Your repeating crossbow, the bolt streaks across and nails the abbot in the chest as it sits there and
The
uses...
abbot.
I'm
The
sorry,
abbot
not
was
the
dead.
abbot. The monk.
Okay.
Sorry. The other
Yes,
monk
okay.
sits there and just kind of groans and only to look up and catch another bolt in its head as sizzling acid rolls down its face, exposing old and decrepit skull underneath.
You're lucky I haven't had time to upgrade this thing yet.
It roars back in indifference. Right. Anything else?
I step back, and I also move the Iron Defender since it actually technically moves on my turn as well.
Yep.
Alright. That'll be it for me.
Paris is resisting her uncle and comes forward again, pulling out a bow from off her shoulder. And rolls. Attacking the same one that already has arrows in it. Yeah, that's a hit. Right.
I'm starting to like you more and more. Good job.
She kind of looks at you and says something in Varesti. You can't understand it.
What'd she say though?
What you understand is, what the hell are you saying? You trying to start something?
I shrug my shoulders.
You wanna fucking fight right now? I'll fucking end you.
She's a redhead.
Piece of shit. Oh, she's a redhead. Does that mean that in the next season she's going to be replaced by a black actress?
Cállense, pendejo. Alright, she deals 6 damage with her bow. The shot flies true, and it hits pretty goddamn well. She spits and cusses in Veresti. The translation of such is... doesn't really have a common equivalent. It is a strange phrase. Sort of like, this is how the sausage is made, or something like that. Or this, I'm sorry, this is sausage to me in German.
What?
She insults him. It happens to be an idiom in Veresti. It doesn't translate.
I see.
Yeah. Alright, and that will be her turn, as Toph is trying to drag his fiery niece back. The abbot is dead. We can remove him from the turn order. It is now the monk's
Didn't
turn.
even get a turn.
He didn't get a turn off. Alright, let us see here.
He might have rose from the dead, but that was a big turnoff.
The monk back here, seeing the abbot fall, seems to be saying something as he it looks like he's performing some sort of like hand gesticulation as he's speaking, or he rears back and slams his hand on the floor. You feel a ripple go through the entire structure. And just a second here.
God damn it.
Alright. And just one more second. Oh, shit. Alright, there we go. And so, after doing that... Oh, shit. I need to use the select tool, not the shape tool. The guard is going to run forward. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's making a beeline at Justice, and he is going to try and gore him.
I impose disadvantage as my reaction with Iron Defender.
Okay. He is at disadvantage. As he charges forward, your Iron Defender tries to sit there and hold it back, snapping its mechanical jaws. And that attack does not hit. Its spear does not find purchase. I'm sorry, not its spear. He has the shovel. However, the
Kriegsmonk.
yeah, the monk who was already shot charges forward with his spear and attempts to gore the Iron Defender on the spear.
Alright.
That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
I pour a popper. How much damage does it do?
Checking. Kills. 2 piercing damage. Wasn't able to do too much, but it does charge and knock it back a square. with the charge.
Hmm.
Toph and Paris are kind of scared, screaming right now.
I bet.
Whereas the one that is currently fighting with Davian is going to try and get some revenge for being attacked before. That is another 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And that is also 2 bludgeoning damage. Motherfucker, these guys are just rolling ones on damage. All right, so for the ones fighting the guards, however, that does not hit him. That does not hit for the one attacking Timmy. The one attacking Jimmy, however, definitely hits. And...
Jimmy no!
Motherfucker! Takes 2 damage. Jimmy is cracked in the face by a ancient mummified undead foot. Fucking roundhouse, just bam, clap.
Right.
All
The
right.
mummy just clapped Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy got clapped. So that's a
He
far
got
cry
clapped.
from that's a far cry from cracking corn.
Your goat ran
Jimmy
away
clapped
for
corn, but
sticks
I
and
don't
berries. Actually, I might. That might actually be the idiom that was used right there. Mouse. Actually, I like that. Yeah, that'll officially be the that Veresti idiom. Very, very dirty phrase, apparently, or highly disrespectful. Saying you're worthless piece of shit. All right, it is Balter's turn.
Oh yeah. All right, so I shall. Well, from my
This
person.
is the reason why having a plus 17 initiative is great.
Yeah, it is. I am going from not going to move from my position. I'm going to draw my longbow and pew.
Oh shit!
He's 10 feet away from something for me to disadvantage with the longbow.
That's a hell of
So?
a long shot, but let's see. 8? Yeah, no, that doesn't do it.
You have,
Right,
inspiration.
You know what? Fuck it.
It's a 21 then.
All right, so the as you draw back as hard as you can on your bow, you can sort of like it's felt in the floor, the reverberation of as it fires out from the bow. The undead is currently sitting there going back and forth with Ben as suddenly it catches the bolt right square in the shoulder, causing it to spin. How much damage does
Hold
it
on.
do?
I just love the alignment. If I should say, I go past the bandit and Ben.
Yeah,
So
you do.
they just had a fucking.
Yeah, they
this
just
is-
they got their nuts ruffled on that one.
That
That
is
is 8
an
piercing.
8.
Right. Damn, that was a good shot.
How did that freaking arrow come from?
So the
Fucking,
idea of between the nut shot.
Fucking Farrelly is shrieking something in Sanubian. Nobody knows what he's saying, but you can get the gist of it.
Alright, so
Something. I already have a piercing there. Something. Don't need it.
you know
yeah,
what?
well, if you're piercing
Fuck
him with a
it.
broad-headed arrow, then
What are
you've
you
got
gonna do?
problems.
I am making this a trip attack.
Yeah, it spun him around so hard that the monk is now
That's a 10. That would have been 10 in total.
10 in total. Okay.
It must make a strength saving throw. The DC is 13.
DC 13. Okay. Let me see.
Yes.
No, it doesn't make it. He's on the floor.
Nice one. Oh wait, I have been drinking today.
So Ben can now actually disengage him without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he can. All right. It is now back to Davian.
I'm trying to finish this guy off.
All right, let's see if you can do it.
15 to hit. 12 damage.
15 to hit. You do hit, and that is.
Wait a second. $17 damage.
Okay. That is 17 damage. What the fuck happened to his HP?
It's in the negatives.
No, it disappeared.
Because it went into the negatives. In the twilight zone of health points now.
No, it
Imagine where you can get hit so hard, you die twice.
No, it vanished. How much damage did you do the first shot, Josh?
17.
17? Okay. That one was an additional 17?
Yes. So 34 damage in total.
Okay.
Once we get a chance, Dap, I'm going to have a fully automatic steam-powered ballista.
Go ahead and flavor it, Josh.
I do what Davian always does. Cuts the head off and kicks it away.
Alright, as you do so, the corpse slumps down to the ground. Its bow staff just kind of flopping back against its body. It's, once again, re-lifeless body. However, you notice something kind of strange as it, like, thrashes a bit. Before you see it snap its arm out with the bow staff, catching head as it fell back, flopping it back in the air, catching it, and putting it back on.
Twang, twang, you shot him down. Twang, twang, he hit the ground. Twang, twang, old Boulder shot him down.
Boulder's drunk.
No, this is what the.
What kind of roll to see?
Well, actually, I am
What?
drunk, but this is what the Starman here posted.
Fair enough.
What would I have to roll to see, like, why it's not dead without it?
You could give it a Arcana or Religion check. If you have training in those things. Otherwise, it's just like, the fuck?
I'll just kill it again.
Or actually, give me a nature check. If you have you in your past, have you actually encountered undead before and fought?
I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point, as Tarazi Special Forces, I've had to fight undead in the local area.
You'd be surprised. It could have just only fought hobgoblins and, like, you know, local animal pests, or fought, you know, in the with the against the Cant Dragoi. Or sorry, Cant Zanese.
be honest, I don't think I would have. I mean, most of my fighting that I was doing was against Count Zen next to the Varesti, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I fought a shit ton of, like, natural enemies, but...
Yeah, undead is a bit out of your depth then. You have no idea how the fuck it did that. But you... I guess it could be probably inferred that because it's dead, you just need to kill it harder. But, what is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Alright. Now the coward's turn. Let's see if he shits himself. No, the arrow did not make him shit himself. Miracle. He is going to, however, abandon the guards. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Well, he's not getting extra portions.
Alright, he's going to move across to right there, and as you see him running across the hallway to try and get to the rest of you, you see a green glyph appear on the floor, hovering just over the wood, as suddenly the guy freezes in place.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
And let's see here. Is that? And I think that should count for paralysis right there. Okay. That's his turn. He is frozen. Toph is now going to try and while screaming grab Paris and move further back. Yeah, he's able to grab her, and they grab both of them. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Them running back right there. And it is Li Chen's turn. Li Chen.
Hmm?
Your turn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Let me just see. I'm going to move here,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows on the zombie in front of me.
Okay.
Well, to the southeast of me.
Yeah.
Let me just get that up so I can reread it. Immediately after you take an attack action, you spend 1 key point to make an unarmed, 2 unarmed bonus strikes. Okay, sweet. So
basically the same thing what you had from before, just melee.
Yep.
Alright. That is a hit.
It's 9 damage, and then 1, 2. So 1 hit. So that's 13 damage total.
So that is... First one, 9. Alright, so off of the first attack, as you are punching and beating the ever-loving crap out of this monk. Let's see. saves there. And the next one was... The next one was... Okay. Alright. You are able to best it as you fight back and forth with this monk. Its spear sitting there trying to catch you at the head. And it is fighting back, but it's losing. The rapidity of your blows are able to get around its decrepit form, and you feel its bones turning back into sand and powder underneath each of your strikes. When it does seem at last that you have bested the creature, it slumps down against its spear. It rises up once more, except you keep going. You continue to pummel and beat and crunch this creature as it loses its ability to sort of hold itself together. A limb falls off here, part of its face falls off there. Soon it's just a lifeless heap at your feet. Its spear clattering to the floor.
I literally beat this thing into dust.
For the most part, yeah. Oddly fragrant and nice smelling dust.
Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
Sorry, you're cutting out for me really badly.
Then that's on your end.
Yeah, that seems to be on your end, bud. Okay, so I believe that would be the end of... That should be the end of Lee Chen's turn right there, right?
There you go, I'm back.
Okay. That the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. It is now Biter's turn.
Yep, and thank you for charging! Because now I'm going to do a bite attack. That's a 14.
On who?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to, actually, didn't see. So yeah, move over here. Make a the bite attack, 14.
Okay, hold on real quick. You stop. Biter stops right there. And similarly, he's frozen in place. Just in the same way that Barrel Eye was frozen up above.
So he got a glyph.
Yep, a glyph opens up on the floor underneath all of you right there.
All of us.
Up to 10 feet away from this square. Everyone caught in that is now paralyzed for 3 turns.
Does that include this one?
No, the undead are seemingly immune to such.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Is there not a saving throw against that at all?
Let me double check the trap.
Because I mean, that's 3 turns of getting auto-critted.
I mean, this sounds
death
like
sentence.
that sounds like hold person.
That was the trap that I got from Don John. Rune of Paralysis.
Oh, Don John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Don John ones.
I'll tell you what.
Right, that's a fucking death sentence.
Tell you what. Make a Constitution saving
Old
throw.
person is normally a wisdom saving throw.
Or wisdom
Oh,
saving throw.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm better in Constitution, so.
Yeah.
It's normally a wisdom save for that.
Then yeah, we'll go with the wisdom save in that case.
All right.
Okay.
Wisdom save. Davian does not make
And
it. Lee
I
Chen
fail.
doesn't make it, and Jeno doesn't make it. Baldur, you don't have to make it. You're way the fuck away from there.
I am rolling for
Biter.
Biter.
Oh, for Biter. Oh. Yeah, Biter is frozen.
God.
Jesus, that's a DC 15 or higher. Oh boy.
Yep.
Did I just You have my animal companion kill half the party.
You weren't using like the 3rd edition generator, were you?
No. It was 5th
Also,
Yeah, 5e. I'll have it
Huh.
open right now.
Biter technically would have
Jeez.
left combat with one of the enemies before he actually hit the.
No, that's a 5. Right now that's a 5-foot step.
But it wasn't taken as a 5-foot step.
I'm gonna allow it to be a 5-foot step in this instance. Because,
Alright.
like, yeah, you guys are... Get a bed, please!
Davian, you have inspiration. You can probably use.
Can I actually use inspiration to get an advantage on
Yeah.
that last roll?
Yeah, you
You can. There you go.
Oh, ho, ho.
Oh,
You freeze for a minute, and, like all fucking, like, function in your body, like, just completely locks up, and kind of make a motionless scream, and in doing so, you break out of it. You almost feel like you're cracking yourself out of stone. You're still
noticed
kind of
it.
stiff, but you're merciful. Or the dice gods were merciful upon you.
That was really good too, because I only have that +1.
See, this is why you decide to try to act your character and get inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing my Iron Defender isn't affected right now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Woo.
My Iron Defender actually has a good attack. So,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
Alright, so it is now the guard's turn. Ben is going to beat the ever-loving shit out of the guard on the floor, and that's has advantage. He doesn't need it. He fucking crit. He crit like a motherfucker. Alright. That is 6 damage. That's shit. Damn it, mouse. See that. Alright, so, as for... Oh yeah, Lemmy needs to actually, like, come forward charging at this guard right here. Or this monk right here. Alright. Timmy rolls, Timmy hits. 4 damage. Oh, god damn it, it did it again. Actually, you know what? I think I realized what's been happening for it. No, that can't
They
be
all
it.
have the same technical title, so it kind of overwrites their HP.
I think, yeah, I think that's what's been going on. That's really fucking irritating. Well done, Roll20. Well done. It was 6 and 7 last turn, from what I recall. So, I'm gonna write that down on paper. You can't fuck it up on paper! Well, I mean, you can, but... you have to be pretty special. I'm hoping I'm not that special.
Don't worry, Gator. He's special to us.
7, 6. Alright. And then that was 4 on top of that, so 11. And for our other undead friend here, that's a hit. They're just beating their ass with fucking cutlery. Holy shit, yeah. Seven and 12. And that will... Oh, wait. No, there's one more ass whooping. And this is just knuckles at this point. And that hits. Lemmy is just pummeling the fuck out of this guy. They're fucking waffle stomping his ass. That's an additional 5. That's 17 damage so far on him. And that's the end of the guard's turn. It is now Starman's turn. By the way, seeing the fact that those 2 glyphs did go off, I will allow y'all at the if you are a magic user at the beginning of your turn, you can make an Arcana check to detect if there are any more glyphs around you.
Is that check a bonus or free action?
It is a free action.
Alright, cool.
$13 Arcana. Let me see. You are able to see the faint auric traces of green right here.
Oh.
Right in the center of all of you.
Alright, so I know not to step there. Fortunately, I wasn't going in that direction.
Hopefully the others are paying attention.
One can hope. And I am going to swing at the guy who's close to threatening my friend.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah, that's on the nose, unfortunately. Just barely misses him on it.
Wait, isn't it technically flanked? Oh, Biter's paralyzed. Never mind.
Yep. Both of you are paralyzed. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know I'm paralyzed. It's
Leech-
fine. I have an Iron Defender.
Lee Chen's just shitting his pants back there.
No, he's
No?
taking the time to meditate.
Alright.
Just
Nope.
checking what spells I
Leave
got
this
for
place,
that.
I'm
That's
burning
his
it down.
excuse that
Hold on.
his bowels are also paralyzed, so he
Yeah,
physically
yeah.
can't shit himself.
Alright, Mouse, you were saying? Sorry?
I'm just checking what spells I've got that are bonus actions.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm still watching that stupid King of the Hill fucking gif.
Yeah.
Alright. I am going to apply Sanctuary to Wymark.
No, neat. Sanctuary makes the world incoming attacks have a disadvantage, if I remember it.
Okay,
If
so work-
they
Oh,
have
no,
to
they
make
have
a
to
wisdom
pass a
saving
wisdom
throw
save.
in order to strike.
Okay.
Okay. Target or lose. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, so. And that's on Wymark?
Yep.
Alright, so Sanctuary. There we go. Give that little symbol for it. Alright, and that's the end of your turn. Wymark, you are paralyzed. Go ahead and take
Yes, I am paralyzed.
Hi, paralyzed.
But
I'm dead.
I can.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But the Iron Commander or Iron Defender can still move and do things.
Yeah.
Can actually even use some of my spells.
Wait, it can?
Yes, I can actually channel my spells through it.
Huh, I didn't.
Remember, you can go through allies.
Yeah.
I know.
I remember this.
I thought going through allies was under the assumption that you'd make room for the person. If they're paralyzed, can you do this then?
Good point.
I can help the paralyzed guy make room.
Yeah, there you go. You just like tilt him a little bit over and tilt him back.
Yeah, by raw. You know, this is the beauty of raw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, I like it, bro.
That's the most harmonic version of ODB I've ever heard. Normally, when people do that, they just
3
scream
damage.
into the microphone. And no, I'm not going to do that because it's late.
Alright, and that's 3 damage for him.
And then I channeling Searing Smite. As a... Come on. My character sheet's not wanting to work right.
Oh, baby, I like
Second.
it. Oh. I need to listen to that song now. Fuck you.
There we go.
How much
So
damage?
it needs to make 1 second. Alright, so it takes an extra 1. Oh, when it hits, it just takes an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So that's 9 damage, and it will start of every turn afterwards. It will be taking
More
1d6.
fire damage. Okay. So,
More fire
let's
damage.
see here. Go ahead and flavor it, actually.
The Iron Defender runs up, rips a hole into its abdomen. It's already being hit by the acid arrows.
Mhm.
Its skull is melted. Now it's got a burning, cindering bite mark out of its, well, where its stomach and chest used to be.
I mean, I think you kind of toast the fucker.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like it's trying to put itself back together, but it just simply kind of like collapses as embers and ash sort of float away from its burning corpse. The strong smell of that pine resin is further intensified by the burning fire. Smoke is very, very thick coming from its body. Right.
Alright.
Now Toph's turn. And let's see if she is able to
That's
take
Paris.
off. Sorry, Paris. Bleh. No, she is not. She is resigned herself being dragged away at this point. Now she stays with Toph, and it is now the final few monks' turn. The one dueling with Davian is going to try and crack him over the head with the
Well, since... Oh, Davian's not paralyzed yet. Good.
Yeah.
Whew.
That is 17 to hit.
It's my armor class.
All right, so you are able to deflect it. All right, that is about all it can do. It's going to go ahead and take a 5-foot step, retreating back away from you.
I'm just going to stare at it. For now.
And for the other ones up there, that's a hit. And he does 5 damage to the guard up here. So that puts him at... That guard is bloodied. And for the other ones down in the other room, Jimmy is hit. Timmy is not. And that's an additional 2, so that is 4 damage total.
Wait, did that topside guard actually get up?
It struck from the floor, and I rolled at
So-
disadvantage on it.
Weird. Not like that. Sorry, I'm just undead, like laying down. Might chop a.
Like the thing has a it's still just like scrabbling and scratching and trying to rip the guy to pieces. All right, it is Balder's turn. Balder,
This one's still prone.
yeah, he's still prone.
Alright.
Also, remember, what was it? That Starman was able to detect that there was another glyph right here. So be very careful where you step.
There we go.
All right.
Good. Good. I use my. See on the side, and I see that our triplets are under duress. Unless you want to make a
They're
check for
doing
that.
the triplets are actually doing pretty okay. They're in melee with these guys, but it's Ben who's actually in the worst shape right now.
Yeah, but they're sort of you know what, actually, let me read you. No, I can't read you anything from there unless I. Let me see. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to run and try to save our buddy. The asshole is
show
prone.
me your path that you took.
I undid it and I was here. Yeah, basically just a straight line.
Straight line? Okay.
Double move.
Alright, so you go charging that way.
Yeah.
And anything else on your turn?
I can't do anything. I double moved.
Oh, yeah. Alright, now it is Davian's turn
Except
again.
for dropping the longbow.
Yeah, you can drop your longbow.
So my longbow will be just here. In this area.
Okay. Do a,
Yeah, it will be another double move. Fun.
Alright.
What's your call on like a called shot? Like trying to specifically cut something's head in half?
I'll allow it on, what was it? For flavor when you actually are able to kill something.
Though there is this, if Gator will allow it, I'll post it in current text. Cold shot. Basically, you suffer disadvantage, and certain areas have a bonus to AC. For instance, if you hit the hand, you get it gets a disadvantage +2 to AC, dexterity save for 1d4 rounds. Any attack rolls, ability checks made using the wounded hand suffer disadvantage, including attack rolls with two-handed weapons. Damage rolls do not gain any benefit from strength or dexterity scores. If the target is with a weapon or held object, it must make a successful strength or dexterity saving throw.
We'll worry about that. We'll worry about that
Yeah.
later. In this case, we're just gonna say it's like like you can call it as in flavoring it, if you manage to kill a character. And
Yeah, I always forget that called shots are actually a 4E mechanic.
No, cold shot have been
No.
around since
Yeah,
3.5.
been around for a long time. It's just like
I'm
there's-
pretty sure 21 hits.
yeah, the 21 definitely hits. How much damage? 6? 7?
9.
Getting 9 from.
Loss of Slayer gives me an extra 2.
Are you slaying a Colossus?
For the hunters. So 6 damage from the blade, 2 damage from Colossus Slayer, 1 damage from Hunter's Mark.
So 7 total? I'm sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total.
Yes.
Alright. The flavor it?
I'm going to hit him with the ass end of the katana, the hilt, and just try and smash his head through his chest.
As you do so, you hear the sickening wet crunch, and paradoxically, the sound of very very dry wood ringing. As you do this, as head is knocked down, creature stumbles, and it kind of starts falling backwards, and then it picks itself back up.
I want to punch it in the fucking face. No, seriously. I actually do have an open hand, and I'm going to make an unarmed strike.
Okay, yeah, go on.
I don't actually have a thing for it, so I think it's...
Strength check
Yeah, it's basically strength check. So
to hit.
yeah, so this +2.
20 plus 2 if that's your strength mod. And then it's 1d4 plus your strength mod for damage.
Is he proficient with unarmed?
I think it's just 1 plus your strength mod.
In
No.
5e, unless you're proficient with unarmed strike, it's just 1 plus strength.
Yeah, you're proficient with striking, but you don't
Yeah,
have bonus
yeah.
damage. It's
Simple
1 damage plus
and
your strength.
martial weapons.
Oh, 1 day. As far as it goes, you did how much total right there? 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, now you can flavor it fully. For real.
I'm going to take my open fist, close it down, and just Sub-Zero punch his skull through the rest of his body and try and shatter it against his own spine.
And you do manage to do so. You whirl around, picking up the added momentum before cracking down with your opposite fist as you're striking one, and you smash the skull so hard that it splinters and fractures under your fist, but it keeps going down its body as the monk splits open like a flower. Really gory, dry flower. As you finally see the lights in its eyes flicker, dim, and then go out.
I'm gonna subtly shake my fist against my body, because that kind of hurt.
All right. It is now the coward's turn. He is paralyzed. And, oh, shit. Wrong thing. He is down to 1 turn. Still paralyzed. And it is Toph's move. Toph is, watching the scene and trying to hold on to, Nice. And also wary of the trap behind them. Alright, and now... What the heck, Mouse? It is now Li Chen's turn. Li Chen is paralyzed, though.
Can I not give a wisdom save to see if I break out of it?
Yeah, let's see if you can monk mind power your way out of this. Not going to be an easy wisdom DC.
No.
No, you just accept it.
Taking this time to reflect.
It's called negative reinforcement.
Right, it is Biter. Biter is frozen. Now the guard's turn again. Ben is attempting to finish off the other guy, and he fucks up bad. Holy shit. Fucks up real bad. Real bad. Oh
Ben?
boy.
The North Guard, doesn't he have advantage because the dude is prone?
He does.
Yeah, he would have advantage if
Okay.
he's prone.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
And the prone target disadvantage.
I remembered to roll the disadvantage. I forgot to roll advantage for him. But, no, he, on the second roll, he is able to hit. And hits him for...
Alright, Gator. I got jump. So, it shouldn't be too much longer, right?
No, this'll, we'll mop up here and, that will...
Yeah.
And then things. Alright, so,
Okay.
that is an additional damage, putting him to 20 damage total. And now for the triplets. One misses. Another one misses. And Lemmy with a fucking right hook from hell. Holy shit. How much do you do? Additional 5. And that was a hell of a hook. The kid just like loses it and starts pummeling the living crap out of the undead.
Heh.
Let's see, does it survive? No, it does not. He beats it into basically powder. Right. And now Starman, it is your move. Starman.
Okay, Starman is going to, having seen all of this in the middle of the hall dealt with, is going to try and go off to where everybody else that's still fighting is at the moment. So he's going to run up as far as he can up the top alleyway. Oh, I mean, he could run the bottom alleyway, but he hasn't seen anything.
And make sure to line out your routes that. All right. Anything else you're going to do on your turn?
No, that's everything. He might give like a sorry look to the guy, but that's about it.
You do notice that there is a distinctive wet mark around the crotch.
Ah. So
Caroline.
even paralysis will not...
I mean, it would go to reason that he pissed himself before getting paralyzed. Now he's paralyzed and having to deal with his pants.
Well, at the very least, we now know who is not getting the good portions.
Right.
And the fucker is a coward. He left someone to fend for himself. He's
sleeping outside.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, he was a bandit and a cowardly one at that.
Yeah, but
Right.
we treated him well. I could assume that he would be around. That I shared the well cooked food with him.
All right.
But now, no more. His
that's
food shall be extra charred.
All right. Gustus, anything on your turn? Oh right, yeah, Gustus had to take off. So the Iron Defender is just gonna sort of like stand by for now. Toph is standing by. The monks move. Last remaining monks. They're gonna attack. That one does not hit. However, the other one does manage to strike on
Which one? The one that's prone or the one that's in the kitchen?
in the kitchen. He's
Okay.
he's getting Timmy right now.
Not Timmy.
Not Timmy! No! Another plus. Right. He's looking a little woozy. The monk has sat there and like picked up a cutting board and just like cracked the kid across the face. It's like a fucking Jackie Chan movie in there. Alright.
So
Boulder.
that scene in Jackie
Yep,
Chan Adventures.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Just making a double move to be right here.
Alright.
No, fuck it. Dude. There we go. That's
Flank
a
it.
full.
Full flank and it's down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if it decides to get up, fuck off.
Alright. And Davian, back to you. Oh,
I'm
he went
just
to...
going to.
Huh?
I'm just going to walk up to the frozen people and just. I might mess with them.
You will deal with the consequences later.
You better not red rocking my dog.
I don't like that that's where your mind went first.
yeah, a little bit uncomfortable, but okay. You do you, Chief.
See, I was picturing just like drawing glasses on Lee Chin or something.
I don't think I have anything to write with.
It is dusty.
Oh, can I actually pick up some dust and like make dust like dirty soot mark glasses on Lee Chen?
I mean, there's mud on the floor right now.
He's getting muddy glasses.
Mud
Very
glasses.
fancy looking one.
Oh no.
And like a fancy mustache that comes off. Biter's just gonna get a single handprint across the top of his head. Yeah. He's now Biter of the Urukai.
Right. It is now. It is now. The coward's turn, and
Who's paralyzed?
the paralysis is done. It is worn off, and he falls to the floor and does not lose his shit. Alright, it is Toph's turn. Toph holds his place. It is now Li Chen. Li Chen is still frozen. And now
With a very nice mustache and glasses.
a mud mustache and mud glasses. Biter has a muddy handprint on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Fighter of the Urukai.
And then we have the guards going. Ben is he's in a rough state. Rolls. And he is able to hit down motherfucker, and he's trying to just rush this thing to death at this point with the bookcase that he's been fighting with this whole time, the scroll holder. So he
Wait, the scroll holders are in the kitchen?
No, is that with you, mate?
Ben is
You're
up
in
here.
the kitchen.
No.
Yeah, you guys are in the abbot's bedroom or quarters. All right, so he's just pummeling the shit out of this guy. He's like, as it slumps down on the floor, still, you know, Ben is just panting and like leans up, and the thing shudders, twitches, and sits back up again, just giving a wheezing gasp as it's starting to try and get back up. The last one down with the other boys, they are all suddenly rushing it with, apparently Lemmy has ripped off a limb from the downed one, and they're going ham on this one over here.
It's like the pool cue scene from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, kind of. And he is flanked, so they have advantage.
Beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yep. Oh shit, that's a crit. That's a crit.
Oh, please tell me that he actually like catches the arm perfectly and uses it to punch.
They mangle this motherfucker. Okay. 5. Alright, let's see if this motherfucker survives it. Nah. That's on the nose. Let's see if... No, never mind. He can't save on that. They crit. No, they rip him limb from limb and beat him to death with his own body parts.
Beat
At
it
that
to
point.
re-death.
Re-death, yeah. It tries to sit there and shudder and pull itself back together as it's being beaten, but you hear the triplets screaming in unison from the other room. It is now Starman's turn. Oh yeah, this guy is dead. This guy's dead as fuck.
Okay, Starman is going to pick up a bit of sand from the probably plenty around the ground, and he's going to use that as the material component for create or destroy water. Just dry up the bandit boy. Good.
Paralyze seems very, very downcast gaze as you do this for him.
It would have been better to just ignore
Starman's
it.
just going to give him like a pat on the cheek and a smile.
The former bandit just nods a bit, kind of like a puppy who's been admonished for shitting on the carpet. Not too far off either. All right, so it is now Augustus again. This is the end turn for all who were frozen. Full turn. The last monk sits there and gathers himself up, and attempts a final defiant clawing at Ben. and does absolutely nothing. He's just
Wait,
he's
he was
scrabbling.
prone, right?
Yeah, he's
And
prone. Right?
he's attacking from being prone.
Yeah, he's at
Okay.
disadvantage like a motherfucker right now. He's just making scrabbling hands at Ben, who's just beating the fuck out of him with the fucking case. And it's Balder's turn. Will Balder finally put
use
an
a
end to it?
I make a move action to draw my Dane axe, in which I shall attack with.
All right.
That's a 1. Damn,
That's a hit.
that's a full 12 damage.
That's a lot of damage. All right, let's see. That's
How about a little more?
yeah, he doesn't save. Go ahead
To
and
show
flavor
you
it.
Fuck
the
your
power
flex
of
seal.
Flex Seal, I sawed this boat in half. I sawed this monk in half.
Oh my god.
So that's a kill.
That is a kill. Go ahead and flavor it.
Just heave my axe over my head, drop it down between his shoulder blades, and use it to just fling him away. Like as if I'm using a mop.
Just golf swing the fuck out of it.
Yep. You know, fuck it. He'll just golf swing the axe to split him in half.
Yeah. You kind of do that. Its body comes clean in half as it sails across the room, nailing into the wall, and crumpling. You see that it tries to vainly pull itself back together, but it shudders,
Defeat
twitching
PTS.
violently before just going still.
The last air went out of it.
So,
As-
I got a question. I was frozen in a combat pose, right?
Yeah.
Cool. As soon as I unfreeze, I'm going to hit Davian with an unarmed strike. It does not hit.
No, it doesn't. You're still a little stiff. Also, there's body parts all over the kitchen at this point. That
Oh
is
my
the,
god! It looks like Event Horizon.
yeah, it kind of does. There you go. Okay, so that is actually end of combat. Right, we're gonna go ahead and stop that. And
Just sort of a bit of a before we end the session, just sort of search the bodies, you know, get the looting over with until the next turn, next session.
yeah, we can do that. Also, for right now, note you all got 1,250 XP total, so that divides up to 313 XP per PC.
Sorry, how much was that?
313 XP for each. Free XP.
I'm at 1441.
I'm at 1328.
All right. Those of you who were involved in the fucking about with the statue roleplay bit, you guys gain an additional 10 XP.
Okay.
And those tinkering with the fucking hole, the trap door, gain an additional 15 XP. No.
Does that
It's
does
10
that
XP.
include me and Boulder as well?
If you participated in that too, yeah.
Well, we were prying open with a door, so it was a private.
I'm at 1461.
Okay. So, for looking over the bodies, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad on you guys.
And start with the monks, just the monks, and we'll do the abbot last.
Okay, so for the monks, you are able to find a small alms box filled with a variety of old coins. These are not coins in circulation; these are old Empire coins. Counting up the from the different alms boxes found on each monk, you have 90 coins total. Find also a small container of incense and charcoal. For the abbot himself, which I'm just going to go ahead and roll this in. With that, you are able to find that he had a what seems to be some kind of ritual kit on him. It's good for one use for a ritual casting. And aside from that, you also find a very odd-shaped iron key.
I wonder what it opens.
I'm pretty sure it's this other liquor cabinet.
So there you go, and that brings us to the end of our session for this afternoon. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me and sticking around. It was a little bit longer than our usual ones.
Hey, it's great. We
yeah.
had short, minor sessions before. It's great to have a proper, good exploratory and combat session.
Yeah. I have plenty more to come for our next installment, and I do hope that you all will join us for that next Saturday at 3 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll get done on time. I unfortunately slept a little late this morning. All my ducks in a row. But yeah, if this is the kind of content that you like and you would like to help support the show going, every donation is prized on both our Patreon and our Ko-fi. Don't feel like giving Patreon any. We've got some more content coming up in the week, and I hope to see you all there. We're still doing the lore play through Skyrim with the Hulkinator as he rampages through the province, and also have some RimWorld streaming coming. Well, we should have some like safe for work art sketch stream coming up as well. So keep. And again, I want to thank you all for watching this afternoon. Wherever you are, whenever you are, I want you to have an absolute wonderful time. And yeah. Give our final thanks. The patrons that we have, we would without you. Thanks goes out to Angel, Avery Hillpeak, Connor Walker, Ash, Nelify, Professor Cherry, Sharknet, Zero, and Zygrado Rick. All so much